We got a massive slate in the betting world tonight. We're talking Thursday night football between the Raiders and Broncos, a little bit of Sunbelt action in college football between Georgia Southern and App State, and the stacked NHL card with 3 bets coming your way. It's Thursday. This is the Game Day Grind. What's up, sports fans? My name is Chris. Welcome back to Game Day Wagers, and thank you for watching today's episode of the Game Day Grind. Today is Thursday, November 6th, and in today's video, we have a stacked card to get through. We're talking Thursday night football between the Raiders and Broncos, some Sunbelt action in college football between Georgia Southern and App State, a stacked NHL card, and I'm coming out firing with 3 best bets. We are skipping the NBA tonight with just a lone game, but nonetheless, we have 5 plays coming your way in hopes of turning you a profit. Before we get into tonight's action, though, if you haven't already taken a second to like the video, please go ahead and do so now. If you guys are new around here, hit the sub button. We are pumping out some great content on a daily basis, and I do not want you to miss out on anything going forward. Now, without further ado, let's kick things off with tonight's Thursday night football matchup. Raiders taking on the Broncos. To kick things off, we are talking Week 10 of the NFL season. Thursday night football, Raiders taking on the Broncos. Look, the Las Vegas Raiders, they basically mailed their season in last week by going for 2 in overtime against the Jacksonville Jaguars, failing to convert and dropping to 2-6 on the season. Now they hit the road after the trade deadline, which saw them ship away their best receiver in Jacoby Myers. So what kind of morale do you think is going around the team right now? They're all but checked out. And Denver's coming off a stinker of an offensive performance last week, despite winning last week's game versus the Houston Texans 18-15. And I believe Sean Payton's going to have his guys ready to go and fired up for this contest. The Broncos are 4-0 at home, scoring 31.5 points per game. They've beaten up on bad defenses such as the Giants, the Bengals, and the Cowboys. And the Las Vegas Raiders certainly fit that mold. If the offense is clicking, so is Bo Nix, who has thrown at least 2 touchdowns in each of his last 3 games, which is why we are taking him to go over 1.5 passing touchdowns at a cheap price at -115. He's got plenty of receiving weapons around him, and he could be in for a big day padding his stats. I know they still have to play the game, but Nick should have 2 passing touchdowns by halftime in a very lopsided Denver Broncos victory. Take Bo Nix over 1.5 passing touchdowns, -115. Let's keep the football talk rolling from the pros. We're going to the college ranks. We are going to take App State -5.5 points, -110 over Georgia Southern. Look, there are certain games in a season where you need to simply get right, and this is the game for Appalachian State. The Mountaineers have been struggling of late, losing 2 straight games by a combined 10 points. The defense, which was once a great stop unit, has taken a step back during this losing streak, but a matchup against Georgia Southern should be just what the doctor ordered. Georgia Southern has problems of their own, losing 3 of their last 4 games and giving up a boatload of points in the process. They allowed at least 34 points in each of those losses and have given up 24 points to a 1-7 Georgia State team. They're giving up over 470 yards per game, with 240 of that coming on the ground, and they give up 51% conversion rate on third down to the opposition. That should be music to the Mountaineers' ears because the offense simply hasn't been an issue. If both teams can't get stops, I trust the home side to make more plays and put up a big number in this get-right spot. So give me Appalachian State -5.5 points, -110. From the gridiron, we're going to the ice. Let's talk tonight's stacked NHL slate. To kick things off, we are taking the Boston Bruins on the money line at +110 over the Ottawa Senators. Look, something just doesn't add up for me here. The Boston Bruins are playing great hockey right now. They've won 4 straight, and the offense has come alive with at least 4 goals in 3 of those 4 wins. They beat a really good Carolina side 2-1 2 games back before tying it up late versus the Islanders last time out and winning in a shootout. The Bruins are always a tough out at home, and with a goaltending edge, Swayman taking on Ullmark, the plus money price has intrigued me on their home ice. If we look at the Senators, they've dropped 2 of their last 3 games, and their defense has been poor again. They've allowed at least 3 goals in each of the last 3 games, and I just don't see the draw with this team. We throw in the revenge factor for the Boston Bruins after losing 7-2 to the Senators a week ago. We'll take the Boston Bruins at plus money on their home ice. Bruins moneyline +110. From Boston, we're going out west. We're going to Los Angeles, where the Kings are hosting the defending Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. Look, the Panthers were just spanked 7-3 by the Anaheim Ducks a couple of nights ago. Now they have to face the toughest California team on Thursday. I think this is a great price for the Kings. They're coming off a convincing 3-0 win versus the Jets 2 nights ago. And simply put, the Panthers are too banged up to keep up with this good Los Angeles Kings team, and they are just 1-5 on the road. I know this is a short handicap, but I simply like the price point here at -115 for the Kings. They are in a better position to succeed, And we're going to cash this ticket on home ice with them. Kings moneyline -115. And finally, we're going to go to Dallas where the Stars are hosting the Anaheim Ducks. Look, we're going to take a bit of a flyer on this one. We're going over 1.5 first period goals. The odds are -130. The Ducks are playing great hockey right now. They've won 4 straight games, and the Stars are no longer that elite shutdown team we saw in recent years. Both teams give up plenty of high danger chances, and I'm expecting fireworks early in this contest. I did like the over 5.5 when it was available, but now we're getting 6.5. So we're going to pivot. We're going to hope for fireworks in the first period. Take the over 1.5 goals at -130. That wraps up today's episode of the Game Day Grind. Thank you guys so much for watching. To quickly recap our best bets, we're taking Bo Nix over 1.5 passing touchdowns. We're taking Appalachian State -5.5 points, -110. We got the Boston Bruins on the money line, the Los Angeles Kings on the money line, and the Ducks Stars over 1.5 first period goals. Let me know in the comments section if you guys are tailing, fading, or have any best bets you're making for tonight's slate. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss out on anything going forward. We'll catch y'all tomorrow, same time, same place, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Game Day Wagers YouTube channel. As always, keep grinding and good luck.